Hey, scribers and scribblers. I want to make a video talking about working as teams. So, the best if you're working on teams is you really want to make sure you're working in the same job. So, that can go sideways if you're not careful. It would be easy for someone to, have one guy start on one job and another inspector start on a different job, and then all of a sudden you need to merge. So, this video is kind of for people who have not all gotten on the same page. You start to work in different ports. How do you resolve this? So the easiest, I think, is copy chapter, at least if the two different inspectors complete certain chapters of the report. So to show you this, I'm going to start two new reports. So we'll start one and we'll call this test one. And we'll go back home and I'm going to start another report. And we'll call this one test test two. All right. So in this test two, let's go under decks and let's do tune-up repairs and let's uh, grab a few illustrations to drop in here. So we got pictures, we got a comment, right? And let's say we're done with this, or we could fill out a few more things here, right? Put in one other picture. Cool. So you get the idea. We got a little data. So you come up here to the three dots, and what we could do is copy this to another report. So if I click that, it takes a minute for this to load, but it's going to start loading other reports. So here's test one. That's the one I wanted to put it into. So we'll click test one, and then we'll hit OK. And it's going to say, do you want to overwrite the decks, porches, and balconies in that one? So we say yes. So now let's go into test number one. And here it is. So we'll open test number one. And look, it's orange, so it tells you somebody's been there. And here it is. Here's all the comments. So that's kind of, if you end up with two people working in two different reports or four people working in different reports, if possible, if you can finish your chapter and then you can all kind of merge them using, again, the three dots and copy chapter. So I think that's the easiest. Let's go to option number two, where you just want to kind of grab all the photos and finish it. So let's pretend that in test number two, we have a whole bunch of photos. We're going to go into the report media, the mobile media, and I'm going to hit the plus mark up here. This lets me load media into this file. And I'm going to go grab some pictures from my desktop. So we'll open these and we're going to highlight the first one. We'll highlight this one. I'm going to use the shift key to highlight this whole group. And we're going to hit the open button and that will drop all of those photos into the mobile media. Now, what's cool is the other person that I'm working with could also go into this test two report and be able to see these photos, right? So they're now anything you put in this report media is syncing with the cloud and everybody that's in the account can see them. So that's cool, but the problem is we want all of these pictures in test report number one. So how do we get them there? So that's where we go to the report directory. So let's click on the report directory, and it's opening on my other screen. So I'm just going to drag it in here. But basically, this is all the media that is in test two. Let's go ahead and we'll hit view as extra large icons. And it's probably going to take my computer a minute to sync all of this, but you can see it's starting to come over. So here's all these pictures from this A-frame cabin that I kind of dropped in. Looks like this syncing is probably happening with like my OneDrive or something. So here's all the pictures that I put in. This was what we did. So let's go ahead, grab the first one and hit shift and grab the last one. So now we've highlighted this whole group and I can copy them, right? And then let's go ahead and under my folder, this is just, on my computer, so nothing to do with Scribeware. We can let's start a new folder. So we could hit new plus new folder. So here's a new folder. And actually we want this under, let's put it under documents. So we'll put a new new folder. And I'm going to call this test picture move, right? And so now it is test picture move. We open it up, and now we're going to paste all those pictures in here. So there they are. All right, so now we've moved them from one report into a folder on your computer. All right. So now if you want, now what we can do is close out of test number 2, right? So we're going to go home, and we're going to test number 1. Let's open test number 1. So here's where we want those pictures. So now what we're going to do is we're going to report media, hit the plus mark, and on our computer we're going to look for here. This is still showing the A-frame cabin, so that's misleading. What we want to do is go under documents and test number 2. Or here it is, test picture move. We'll click on that. Here they are. There's all those pictures, right? So we'll grab the first one, hit the shift key, grab the last one, and hit open. Now we've moved all of those pictures out of report number 2, and now they're in test report number 1. And then you can go ahead and start using them. All right, I hope that helps, but that shows 2 different ways to try to kind of merge reports from one to the other. And remember, everything, if there's 2 of you in the same account, everything that goes into this report media is visible to everybody. So if the person is, if you're the owner and you're like, okay, report number 2 guy, get me those photos, you could send them this video, and this shows them how they can take them out of report number 2 and put them into report number 1. And once they're in the report number 1, you're going to be able to see them. All right. Hope this helps.